Hi everyone, it's me, Magic Joe, back again making sort of Convallaria contents, and today this video will talk about my clear on weaponry trial 1 level 65, and yes, that's the final stage at the moment for this weapon trial 1. And I could say it's been very tight or very close clear because I could only clear it at round 15, which I need my barrel to do the final blow on this stage. And you probably might see some people have been clearing it on their way, and I'm just gonna share how I clear the stage using the units that I have. And for the level recommendation, I think if you just want to have a smooth clear, level 50 is gonna be great. But if you want to try hard a bit, you could also use some low rarity units. I know that there's a video from Azure. You could check his YouTube channel. I'm just gonna link it in here. You could check what he has and what he used on clearing this stage. But I'm just gonna do it my way. And without any further ado, let's jump to the unit section. The very first unit that I want to highlight on this stage is Beryl. Beryl is level 48 at the moment and rank 9. And for the equipment, I'm just gonna use Gazing Orb, which going to give me 15% more damage when dealing a single target attack. That is really working well with the Choo ability that I have here. And also the Evergreen Pendant, it will grant level 2 buff every time Beryl got heals, which is going to be really well as well with the comm that I have in here. And also she could has another level 2 buff with 60% chances in every turn, which going to last 2 turns. So what I want to do is I build my Beryl to do some critical with the support of the Verdict of Justice as well. And I hope that Beryl can do constant damage, so I could have enough damage to get the boss down on this stage. And for the next units that I have here is Papal Ice Priest. He's level 48 at the moment and he's been my favorite unit so far. And also for the equipment, I managed to get the focus one, which is going to give an extra range for the single target skills by 1. And also increase aim attack by 6% when launching a single target attack. So what I want to do is I need to extend the range of the ice lens so he could still do damage when I'm trying to avoid the AoE ability from the boss. You could see it later on the video. And also for the trinket, I'm just gonna use the Flying Blade card, which going to give some piercing damage equal to 12% of the enemy HP, but it's gonna be reduced because we're gonna facing bosses, but still it's going to give some damage output, so I hope that it helps. And also for the tarot card, I'm just gonna use the Verdict of Justice, which going to give another critical chance by 15%, and I make sure that it has aim attack on it. So pretty much with Papal Ice Priest here, I utilize his AoE damage reduction as well. So when there's like a big AoE or small AoE, my units will not die from it. And aside from that, he's just gonna be a damage dealer as well. And for another unit that I use on this stage, it's Abyss, and she's level 48 at the moment and rank 9. And for the equipment, I'm just gonna put like anything that I could have on this account, the best thing that I could wear on her. But the most importantly is the rejection mask, because it's going to reduce magical damage taken by 20%. That's why if you have it more than 3 stars, that's gonna be even better. If you have it only like for 1, I think that would be just fine. And also because I want to make her as a tank, that's why I put the Silence of the Hermit as the Tarot Whisperer. And also make sure the details is also having some defense ability, otherwise it's gonna be a bit not a bit useless, but still it's gonna be helpful in some way. And it's gonna be the same as my clear on the level 60, so I'm just gonna put a protection of darkness so she could be a bit tanky. And for the dark withering, this skill has been really good because it's gonna deal HP damage instead of like HP percentage or like piercing damage, so it will not be reduced regardless of the roll, regardless of the defense or anything else, or even like the buff that the boss has, like about the HP percentage damage reduction, so it will not affect on them. It's gonna deal like 50% of M attack in every turn, so it will last 2 turns. That means it will the total damage will be like 100% of your magic attack. If let's say my Abyss have 2000 M attack, so it will deal damage to exact like 2000 on the boss or like on the enemies. So this is really great. I've been using this ability for bossing, PvP stages, or even PvE stages as well. And also you don't want to miss erosion. That will give like 2 random debuff level 2, and debuff that we want is the attack down and also magic defend down, but it's going to be a bit RNG, so you just need to try your luck with this one. And another passive is corruption to give some extra debuff on the boss as well. And finally, I am forced to highlight this unit. She's been my most favorite unit so far in Sword of Convallaria. I like her voice, I like her character design because she reminds me about a white mage in Final Fantasy. And she is Samantha. Samantha is level 48 at the moment and rank 9. I'm just gonna utilize her trait as well on this stage. So I'm hoping that she could heal Abyss while Abyss is tanking the single target attack from the boss, and also give some extra healing because I'm gonna combo it with Angel. So my Angel gonna heal like a base on this stage. And for the equipment, I'm just gonna put a cube, which going to give an extra 1 debuff whenever my Samantha heals or just dispel any debuff from my units. And also for the tarot card, I'm just gonna give an extra dispel as well. So every time Samantha use this skill, it's going to dispel 5 debuffs in total from my friendly units. And also for the trinkets, I'm just gonna use Auguste. I know probably it's not for everyone, but I am lucky enough to have this, so I'm just gonna use this one to grant an ally a level 2 buff, which I'm going to give it to Beryl or Papal Ice Priest. And also for the reaction, I'm just gonna put the defense of AoE. That will give another 30% of the AoE damage reduction, and combo with the aura from the Papal Ice Priest, it's gonna be like 55% damage reduction, so I don't have to worry about Samantha getting hit by AoE from the boss. And also for another skill, I'm just gonna put Radiant Stem, which going to have like a big healing, like big AoE healing with also buff that will increase the damage by 10% and also physical defense. The physical defense it doesn't really matter on this stage, but the damage is, so my team could deal more damage to the boss. And also I'm just gonna use the Divine Wrath because sometimes you might want to deal damage to the boss just to give some contribution to the DPS, so we could take the boss down easily. So another healer or dispeller that I'm gonna use is Angel. Obviously it's because she's been really great with AoE healing and also dispelling some debuff, and also I want to utilize her trait here to give 3 random level 1 attribute buffs on my units every time she does the heal. And for the skill, I'm just gonna put the protection of lights, the flagellant for extra energy, and also light off healing. I rarely use the healing spell because I prefer her to do AoE healing instead of single target healing. And for the equipment, I only have ink totem. Luckily I managed to get it 5 stars, so it will have some extra healing effect, increased by 10% for her. And also for the trinket, I'm just gonna put disaster bottle, so sometimes I might not get the magic defense reduction that I want from Abyss. This is what it comes to the play. I could just like throw the bottle into the boss and hopefully will give the magic defense downs, and my unit could deal more damage on the boss. And also for the Turret Whisper card, I'm going to use the Elegance of the Empress as well for another extra dispel on the debuff for this boss, because on this boss you don't want to have a lot of stacks of stigmata, so you want to dispel it as much as possible. And now let's talk about the battle and the strategy. But first, I just want to talk to you about the talent that I use or tactics. For the first one, I use level 3 Thunderstruck, and level 2 March of Command, and level 2 Flag of Convallaria for extra energy, cooldown, and also damage and defense boost. My recommendation is, for now, I think I have upgraded my talent, but it's not maximum yet. So if you want to copy my strategy, make sure you upgrade your talents as well, and also the tactics. And for the position, I just put Abyss in the middle. So what I want to do, because Abyss is going to move first, she's going to go straight to the boss and deal some damage and also give some debuff to the boss. So I could starting to utilize the reaction ability that she has to reduce some damage. The first one, I just gonna pop the March command and starting to move and dealing some damage. So what you want to check is the so that's the first move from the boss. It will hit you with the single target attack, that is the 3-hit single target attack, and my Abyss just barely to survive it. So what you want to do is to have that magic defense debuff and also the attack debuff, and I've been unlucky because I didn't get the attack debuff. That's why my Abyss just barely survived the attack. And for the first round, I'm just gonna give some heal up for Abyss, also give some debuff as well, and that's the instant skill from the trinket that I have on my Papal Priest. And Beryl will just keep doing all single target attack for the damage. And that's the purge. So the good thing about that skill is not only it will dispel some debuff from your units, it will also dispel buff from your enemies and deal 30% damage from the aim attack that Samantha has. And it's a big AoE. That's why it's really great to have her on this team. So with Papal Ice Priest, sometimes you might not have the range to hit the boss. That's why the ice cone comes into the play to deal some damage while you're trying to survive the AoE attack. Right now, let's see my Beryl. See all the buff there, it's going to boost damage a lot for my Beryl. And let's see if we have some critical hit in here. Yep, we have it like increased critical hit by 30%, and it's going to be a lot. Deal some damage to the boss because clearly I don't need heals at the moment. And it will be the same as my clear of the level 60. So what you want to do is just put the Abyss up the front and just let the boss target the other units for the AoE attack. And I have been read some comments about, oh, my Abyss is going to have the small AoE attack and targeted by the boss. If the boss do that, you could also switch it with Beryl, because Beryl is really good. I'm just gonna show you the skill that Beryl has. So Beryl also could reduce the range damage by 25%, and she has a really good magic defense. And also, if Beryl couldn't take it, then maybe Angel can take it as well. But I don't really recommend by using Angel, because it's only gonna reduce 1 hit. So the single target attack will be like 3 hits attack, right? And the reaction ability that Angel has is going to block 30% damage for the first hit, but it will not block the other 2 hits that that the boss has. So it's better to use Beryl, either Abyss. If they got targeted, just switch both of them. And for those small AoE attack, you just need 2 units, so you don't have to put extra unit to reduce the damage, because if you just put 2 units close together with the target, it will reduce the maximum damage that you could reduce. So no need to let other blood just spill only for fun. That Radiant Stem is going to give some extra damage for my DPS. Another Sudden Strike and Ice Lance. Trying to debuff all the dispel all the debuff that I have on my units. Give some debuff to the enemies while dodging all the skills. The good combination with Samantha and the Flag of Convallaria, so you could pretty much spam that Radiant Stem every turn, because it only has two turns cooldown, so you could pretty much do it every turn with the Flag of Convallaria's on. That's the trait from Samantha. It keeps Abyss at least injured, not dying. Look at those critical hits, so beautiful. Trying to debuff Angel now and heal up. So the reason why I could use Ice Lance from that distance on the Papal Priest, it's because I used the focus one, which going to give another extra tile whenever the unit is healthy, and also it's going to give some aim attack to the unit as well. So if you've been wondering, that's the answer for you. And for Beryl, if the boss is reaching like 50% of HP, you could pretty much tank the damage as long as Beryl is 2 tiles away from the Papal Ice Priest, because Beryl in total will reduce like 65% AoE damage from the boss. So 40 from this one, and also 25% from this one, so 65% in total. That's why you don't have to worry about Beryl at all. Just positioning my units. And whenever, like, whoever targeted by, or like whoever has the mark from the boss, you don't want to be close at to your tank, because you don't want your tank has extra damage on it. So that's why I'm just gonna move away from the tank and let the tank just take all the damage from the single target attack from the boss. That way she could survive it. Look at those healings with Samantha trait, it's really good. Also with these two combination here, you don't have to worry to step on the stigmata tiles, but still you want to avoid that tiles just in case you don't want some extra damage on your units. Another purge. And that's pretty much it. So you just want to deal more damage to the boss, and it will keep like repeat and repeat again. I know it's been a very long clear because it's 15 rounds, but anyway, I just cleared the stage here and get those yummy legendary weapons and also trinkets. So this is the end of this video, and as usual I'm just gonna post a tactical notes where you can see what units and what equipments, turret whisper and skills, and even the tactics that I use on clearing this stage, just for your reference or for your insight when you want to try something on your account, just using some units and mix and match and everything in order to clear this stage and get those juicy weapons and also trinkets from the stage. And if you have any question about the unit recommendation, I think some archers or like range DPS is really good, and if you manage to pull Ada on your team, I would suggest you to bring Ada and also Beryl, because it's gonna be a really good combo with them, and you could probably clear the stage easier. But other than that, maybe you just want to wait until you reach level 50 and level up your weapons, trinkets and turret card to level 60, and you will have a very smooth clear on this stage. So yeah, if you have any thoughts or any advice on how I'm making the content, or what contents do you want to see in the futures, please put all of them on this comment section below. I would be very happy to see it, and I would note it on my notes. But aside of that, I just want to say thank you for watching and thank you for supporting me this far. I've been really grateful to have you guys in the community. So I just need to go now, and take care. See you in the next video. Bye now.